What up guys, it's Matty Mish. We're on our way to Desert Ridge for Abra's Community Day. It's a little bit after 12. We did get a little bit of a late start today. We had a busy morning, but we do have the research to go along with today's Community Day. So we're going to continue on our way to Desert Ridge, and once we get there, we'll get started on that research. See you guys there. What up guys, it's Matty Mish. We finally made it to Desert Ridge. We're just about just under a half hour late. We did have a pretty busy morning, and let me tell you guys, it is empty here. I know there's a lot going on in the world, but it's just surprising to come here on a Pokemon Go Community Day where there's easily over 200 Pokemon Go players, and it's just empty. So that's why I'm going to do my part and just stay in the truck today. I'm not going to go out and venture out. But we do have some research to complete. I got the medal for it yesterday. As you see on the screen, we got that medal yesterday. But I'm going to go ahead and open up our ticket to the special event. And it looks like it's ongoing. I'm not sure if we could go ahead and activate it, but you do see Professor Willow in the corner. So we're going to go ahead and check in with him. Good to see you again, Matty Mish. Have you noticed an increased number of Abra in the area? Yes, so did I. I originally thought this strange phenomenon was happening due to Abra's ability to teleport. When Abra decides to teleport randomly, it creates the illusion that it's made copies of itself. However, what's happening right now really does seem to be a large number of Abra appearing in the wild. Let's research more about Abra and see what we can do to discover. Let's research more about Abra and see what we can discover about the PSI Pokemon. I'm pretty sure that's Psi Pokemon. So, investigating illusions, step 1 of 4. We're going to power up a Pokemon 10 times for 10 Pokeballs, catch 10 Abra for 20 Abra candies, and make 5 nice throws, which I'm assuming would get us to Abra. It'll get us, once we complete those 3 steps, we'll get 2,000 Stardust when Incense and a Pokemon appears, which could also be Abra as well. So we're going to go ahead and spin the stop here. And then we're going to activate a star piece as well. And let's see if we could get a shiny Psi Pokemon. First Abra, not shiny. Great throw. Nice, so our first Abra is down, and I'm actually going to check the decks too to see what we have. That gets us 13,950 Stardust on a 7-day streak, which I I purposely didn't catch a Pokemon last Saturday to get Sunday as my day 1, knowing that this was going to be Community Day with the increased Stardust. And then we're going to go to our Pokédex real quick. Abra is a Gen 1 Pokemon, so we'll get there pretty quickly. You can see before we caught that one, we've seen 260 and caught 195. And then with Kadabra, we're seeing 17, caught 17. And with Alakazam, we're seeing 4, caught 4. So we're going to continue catching Abra, see if one of these first 10 we could get could be shiny. What up guys, it's Matty Mish here again. Our camera actually just recently ran out of battery, which is surprising since I had it plugged into my computer downloading all the videos that I was uploading this past week. But we were able to stop by and get some. So we're going to continue with the research. If you see here, we're at 2 Abra caught and 1 of 5 nice throws. So we have a couple Abras here. It looks like there's 4 of them. We're still on the hunt to get our first shiny. And Abra number 3 is not shiny either. This one's a pretty high CP Abra. Got it, so that brings us to 3 Abra caught. And then that also gets us 2 out of 5 nice throws since that was a great throw. We do have our star piece down. And I'm going to get rid of these 2 researches here. Actually, I'll leave that one for now. Stops active, so we'll spin this one again. And we'll start incubating that egg. We'll start incubating both eggs. Abra number 4 is also not shiny. Got a great throw, so that'll also count for one of our nice throws. And if you're looking for a good CP or a good IV Alakazam, it is one of the best psychic Pokemon out there, right behind Mewtwo and Deoxys. So if you haven't had time, or if you haven't caught one of those legendaries yet, taking advantage of this community day is going to be really beneficial to you. Although that Abra disappeared. Although the community day moveset isn't the best for Abra, the exclusive move is Counter, which is a fighting move, and the best moveset would be Confusion, and I think it's I know it's a psychic attack. I just don't know the name right now. Let me see if one of my Alakazams has it. Future Sight's one of them. Confusion would be the best fast move. And then this one is a legacy Pokemon. But in case you haven't heard, if you go into the shop here, and if you look at the community day box, that Elite Charge TM lets you choose what move your Pokemon learns, and it can be a legacy move. So if you have one of those Elite Charge TMs, use it wisely. And there's no other Abra here. There's a new stop here at Desert Ridge, colorful peace sign. I'm gonna try not to get that one, hold off until there's like a Halloween research or something like that, where we need to get more new stops. And then we're gonna continue to see where we could find our next Abra spawn. If you go here, we do need to catch 6 more. Before we do that, actually I don't know what I want to power up yet, so I'm going to cut the recording here. We're going to get to our next Abra spawn point, and we'll meet you guys once we get there. What up guys, it's Matty Mish. There's not any really good spawn points here, but we do have 4 Abras. I also went ahead and got one of those community day boxes. I wanted you guys to see the Elite Charge TM. So let's say we decide to use it on... I know Charizard has some exclusive moves, so you could see flamethrowers on there. So I don't know if it has community day movesets. This one does have Blast Burn, and we're not going to change it, but you can see that flamethrower is there, and that is a legacy moveset. And then if you go to one of these Charizards, like this one that has the legacy move, it would learn Blast Burn, so they also do work on community day movesets. So if you have a good Pokemon that you didn't have during community day, that you wanted to have the community day move, use this Charge TM. If you don't, then you don't. Then just wait until you get one and save these Elite Charge TMs until you have the Pokemon at the IV and with the legacy move that you want. So if you see here, there are 4 Abras, and I'm also going to go ahead and drop in Incense. And also, if you guys, oh wow, and it's 3 hours for the community day. And I also did want to change my buddy. So I do have an Axew here, and I want the Axew to be my new buddy. So we're going to go ahead and get that switched out now that Ralts has found the candy. I want to see if I could get that real quick. Nice, so I got Flower Fruits. And then the Abra would appear with that snapshot, as you can see right there. So we'll go ahead and catch these Abras real quick, see if we could get a shiny. And then I'm not too worried about pineapping Abra. I think I have enough candies, and I also do have a lot of rare candies that I haven't used and don't really know what to use on just yet. So there, we're halfway done with the Abras, and then we only need one more nice throw. Also, on my way over here, we got more eggs, as you could see over here. I still need to incubate a couple. I was opening some gifts, which is how I was able to get some. And if you haven't, if you don't have me as a friend on Pokemon Go, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment with your trainer code, and I'll go ahead and add you. Since I'm still a little bit low on subscribers and still starting up, I'm going to be accepting all my subscribers as friends, since they're sort of like the legacy subscribers, the ones that help get things going. That's my gift to you guys, is becoming friends on Pokemon Go. And then I'm also working with some people to get some to do a little bit better with the editing of some videos, since I taught myself how to edit. And then also just working on trying to get at least a weekly upload. Right now I don't have enough time to do something every day, so I'm thinking about doing at least one video upload for Pokemon Go. I want to pick up the streaming of Let's Go so we could finish that. And I already played through Pokemon Shield, but I haven't played through Sword yet, so I'm going to start streaming that one as soon as we're done with Let's Go. And then hopefully there's a Gen 4 game that comes out later this year that I could start streaming at that time. So we still have yet to find a Shiny Abra. We're getting close though. And I found the Pokemon that I want to start powering up, at least one of them. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get 10 power-ups out of it. And then we have one more Abra. Oh, two more. There's both of them were sort of on top of each other, so it's kind of hard to see. We're still waiting for our first Shiny. Abra's down, so this should be Abra number 9. And even though I was talking about how this Abra's moveset for... Oh yes, and we got the Shiny! Number 10 is a Shiny! Alright, and I know Abra teleports pretty quickly, so we're going to go ahead and Golden Raspberry this guy. Still got him, but it wasn't a nice, excellent, or great. Let's see if he stays. Nice, and we get our first Shiny Abra. So that's Abra number 10. Appraise this guy real quick. Nice, and he has 15 attack and 15 HP. So that's definitely one we're going to star and have the possibility of evolving. And then I'll get to the Pokemon we want to power up. So this Empoleon right here is really good for the Great League, so we're going to power it up, and we should be able to get this one powered up all the way to what we need using the 10 power-ups. It has a Great League percentage of 95.1%. And then as we're powering up Empoleon, what I was saying before about Abra's moveset is the Community Day isn't the best moveset for raiding. However, it could be a good moveset for PvP. I haven't really looked into that. Before this video does end, I'm going to go ahead and make sure I fully look into that and get that checked out. So I'll update you guys once we get there. And then right here should be our 5th power-up for Empoleon, so we are about halfway there. I'm not sure if it'll get to the CP that we want it to get to at 10. It might take a little bit more than 10 power-ups. But we're definitely going to get at least a 10 here. Power-up number 8. So it's definitely not going to get to where we need it to be for PvP, but we'll get it all the way up to the 10 power-ups, and then we'll finish up the rest of the power-ups later. And then this should be our final power-up. So now we can move on to step 2 of the Abra research. So we'll go ahead and claim our 10 Pokeballs, our 20 Abra candies, and then we'll claim this guy right here. And it is an Abra, it's not shiny. And I'm hoping that since it's not shiny, it's a good IV. Usually these ones that you get in research are the same IV pool as eggs, so it's at 82.2% or above. But I'm hoping this one is in the 90s with 15 attack, and then we do need to drop another star piece after. So before we move on to the next task, I do want to drop that star piece just in case the Stardust that we get for the reward gets, we get the 1.5% for it. And then we're going to claim our 1 incense, our 2000 Stardust, and then a Pokemon will also appear. So we do get 2000 Stardust, so the star piece did not work. We get 1 incense. And we will start this encounter, not a shiny Abra, but another chance for it to be a good IV. Nice, so Abra's down. So that helps us towards our next goal, which you could see there, one of them is going to be catch 15 Abra. Let's check the IVs on this guy. Oh nice, and it is actually a really good IV. This one's probably a 91%, it has 15 attack. So we're going to star that guy. Then we're going to go here and see what Professor Willow has to say. Fantastic work, Maddie Mish. Are you having difficulty catching Abra you encounter? So far we haven't, so let's hope this doesn't jinx us. It's said that you must clear your mind if you want to catch an Abra. Or maybe you could ask your buddy for some catching assistance. I've got a few more things about Abra that I could use your help researching. How about you give me a hand and I'll see if you can find a nice treat for your buddy. So I want to catch this Abra here since it's on the incense that we have. And then once we get this Abra caught, I do still want to switch my buddy over to Axu. So we have the Great Throw here. This could be Abra 2 out of 15. Abra's caught, so we're at 2 out of 15. Check the IVs on this guy. We'll go ahead and transfer him on out. Oh nice, and it looks like we also have to transfer Pokemon. We actually didn't look at the research tasks that we have to do, so let's go back there and check those out. So, Investigating Illusions Part 2 of 4 is catch 15 Abra, we're at 2 of 15. Transfer 10 Pokemon, we're at 1 of 10. And evolve 3 Abra. So one of the Abras that we're going to evolve is going to be that one that we caught in the research before with the 15 attack. That's about a 91% is what I'm assuming. And then we're going to go ahead and we'll see what else Ralts has for us. Oh wow, 51 Pokeball is nice. And we'll take another picture with Ralts. That way we could go ahead and get another Abra to appear. As you see right there, photobombing us. And then another one just appeared next to it, but we're going to catch this one for now. Nice, so this Abra is down, and then before we catch that other one, we're going to go ahead and switch out our buddy over to Axu. We've been with Ralts for a while, definitely over 300 KMs walked with him. So if you see, we have 551 candies, so we have more than enough. I don't know how long it took to, we walked with him. Oh, there it is, 574.75 KMs together, and actually I changed my mind. I'm not going to change buddies right now. If I switch buddies to Axu, it won't be like a friendship level buddy to where I could get some of these rewards such as Pokeballs with. So while we're all in lockdown and in quarantine, I'm going to keep it as Ralts. That way he could go to the nearby stops and bring me some gifts. And then once we are out of quarantine, I'll thank him for all the help that he's given us. We are close to 700 or 600 KMs with him. And then I'll switch on over to Axu. So that's all we have from right here. Now let's see if there's any regular tasks. Yes, there's 2 that we could go. So we got some, and we're not going to go through with this field research. We're actually just going to leave it. Oh, we can't claim a reward until we clear it. So we are going to clear this one. 7,500 Stardust, 5 Ultra Balls, and then we get 3,000 XP. We'll start the encounter, and it's just a regular Alone Executor. We have to catch this one. We can't run from it, otherwise we wouldn't be able to claim the other Abra rewards that we have for today, but it goes down on the first try. Wow, 1,350 Stardust. Not good IVs, but we'll keep it for now. Another Abra has appeared, so we'll get this Abra first. Still not a shiny. Green Ring, Great Throw. Nice, and Abra's caught, so we'll catch that Abra from the research, see if we could get another good IV one. Not a shiny, 548 CP. Nice, and Abra's down. That gets us to 6 out of 15, so we're more than a third of the way there. We'll IV check this guy. Not the best IVs. So we're going to go ahead and think about what other Pokemon to go ahead and transfer out, as well as find our next Abra spawn point to complete step 2 of 4. We'll see you guys there. What up guys, it's Matty Mish. We have 2 Abras here. There were more than that, and there's a couple different stops that we can get. Oh, there's 3 Abras now. And I don't know why these stops aren't working, but we'll go ahead and catch the Abras. We did catch 2 Abra on the way over here. None of them were shiny. Although one of them broke from the Pokeball. This one might also, and it didn't run right away. So it looks like they might have changed that just for Community Day. But we're not going to test that with any shinies. We're still going to go ahead and Golden Raspberry those. So we're at 9 Abra. We'll transfer this guy out to get 2 out of 10 for the transfers. And it looks like there's 2 more Abra there. We'll go with this guy first. Nice throw. Still at 1 shiny, would like at least 3. One for to keep as Abra, one to eventually evolve to Kadabra, and then one to bring all the way over to Alakazam. And we're officially 2/3 of the way to our 15 Abra. Transfer this guy on out also. Still not a shiny, so we'll go ahead and catch this guy. And then we'll look into our, we've been keeping some of the Abras we caught even though they're not good IVs, and we'll go ahead and get those transferred on out to see if we could go ahead and get up to our 10. So we're at 11 Abras. While we're here, we'll go ahead and, let's see if we could spin these stops now. There we go. That one's still at try again later. That other one's out of reach. So we'll try one more time. And while we're here, we'll catch this Oddish and Bulbasaur. We'll catch Oddish first here. These might be good ones we could use to transfer out also to get our 10. Oddish is down, and with the triple Stardust, it gets us some extra Stardust. So we'll transfer on Oddish out. That gets us to 4. Oh, and then another Abra appeared, Bulbasaur. And if this one's a good, actually no, I think the good IV I'm gonna wait to use that Legacy TM for would be a Blastoise. Or I could use it on my 96% Trico that I evolved before Community Day. This was actually like around the time when the Dratini Community Day was going on, so it was long before I knew that Trico would get one. Because Community Day was still new at that time, and it looks like the game thought it froze, but it reloaded. Great throw on the Bulbasaur. Let's see if we could get him to get the 5 out of 10 on the transfers. Okay, and he's being difficult, so we'll go ahead and use a Ultra Ball on him. Bulbasaurs are always pretty difficult to catch. We see a lot of them here. Just gonna go ahead and Golden Razz it. Nice, so Bulbasaur's caught. And then this would get us to our 5 out of 10, I believe. Oh yes, that's correct. 5 out of 10. We'll try the stop now. Still can't get it, so we'll go for this Abra here. Still not a shiny. Still got plenty of time though. It's only about a quarter after 1 p.m. here, and we have until 5 p.m. So we still have a lot of time to load up on shinies. I would like a couple more good IV Abras. Keep this one for now. We'll see if we have 5 that we could transfer on out. If not, we'll catch these 2 that are here, because I know we have at least 3. So we'll go into our recents here, and we do have quite a few Abra. Just gonna double IV check them here. This will get us to 6. And then I know these last 3 that we had were bad IVs. So this should get us our 10. Nice, so transfer 10 Pokemon. We'll try the stop for the last time before leaving, and it still says try again later. So if you go here, let's see, we don't have any field research to collect yet. We're at 12 out of 15 Abra, and then we need to evolve 3 Abra. So we're going to head back to the Medici Pizza stop. That stop should be reset. And then once we get there, we'll definitely be able to finish up our Abras. We'll evolve 3 more, and then we'll move on to step 3 out of 4 in the research. We'll see you guys there. What up guys, it's Matty Mish. We're at the Medici Pizza stop. Definitely a lot of Abras. So we're going to go ahead and start by spinning this stop here. Still says try again later. So we'll catch the Abras. Let's see if we could get a second shiny before we get to the 15. Once we get to the 15, we'll move on to step 3. We'll move on to step 3 before catching the rest of the Abras, just in case we need to catch more in the for the research. There hasn't been as good of a spawn rate here as normal. I'm assuming with a lot of people staying at home, playing at home for the COVID-19 is the reason why we don't have as great of a spawn here at Desert Ridge today. But we are 2 Abras away. So this should be Abra 14, and then the next one would be 15, and then all we need to do is find 3 Abras to go ahead and evolve. I don't want to evolve the shiny one just yet. Transfer this guy out, and then we'll catch one more. Still not a shiny, so we're right around 30. We caught 10 before, then 15 here, and then we had about 2 in the research, so I think we're at about 27 caught. And if you saw, that one did jump out of the Pokeball, and it's still here, it didn't flee. Usually there's a 1 in 1,000 chance of that happening in Pokemon Go, but due to Community Day, I think they removed that just for the duration of the Community Day. So Abra's caught, that's 15 out of 15. So we'll go ahead and evolve some Abras. First one we're going to evolve is this one that we caught earlier with the 15 attack that I think is about a 91%. So we're going to go ahead and evolve Abra. So that'll get us to 1 of 3 evolutions. So there we go, we get a Kadabra, and I don't think I have any other good IV Abras. I'm going to check some of the older ones that I have. Looks like I only have one older one besides today. It's 3-star, even though it doesn't have 15 attack. I'll go ahead and evolve this one. It's only 25 candies to evolve Abra, so it's not that bad. We could always start using Pineapps if needed. We still have plenty of time left in Community Day. There we go, Kadabra number 2, and then we just need to get one more evolved. Let's just do this one we just recently caught. We'll go ahead and get this one over. We'll still have over 700 candies once we evolve this one, and we'll be able to get a lot more. So there we go, Kadabra number 3. We finished up step number 2. We'll go ahead and claim our rewards, and then we'll go ahead and see what step number 3 is. And I think I just noticed something. So if you go here to Kadabra, you could also trade it instead of using the 100 candies. They did that with some of the newer Gen 5 ones that came out, but I think this has to do with going back into the old video games. There are some Pokemon that you could only evolve if you traded it. So if you trade your Kadabras with somebody, instead of using the 100 candies, you could just go ahead and evolve it. I would save those for the lucky ones, that way it's a better IV one. If you have a good IV one, I would not trade it. I would make sure that you wait until it's either a lucky, and if you have a good IV one that you don't want to trade, just use the 100 candies. So we're going to go ahead and complete step number 2. We'll get our 20 Abra candies. We'll claim our 1000 XP, and then we'll go ahead and see what our research is, and it's a Kadabra. 845, we'll go ahead and Pineapple Berry this guy. And if this is a good IV one, this would also be another one that we could save for Alakazam evolution. I do want to couple with the Community Day moveset, even though it's not the best one. So I'm hoping that I could get a lot of good IV Abras and Kadabras to get one with the Psychic moveset that is the best, and to bring at least 1, maybe 2 over to the one with the Community Day moveset. And this one doesn't have the best IVs, we'll keep it for now. And then we're going to go ahead and claim our rewards. So we'll get 2,000 Stardust again, 1 Incense again, and then a Poffin. That's actually the first Poffin I've had. And now here we are with Professor Willow. I'm sure your buddy appreciates that delicious Poffin. I'm more of a Pineapple Berry man myself. While researching Abra, I read that it can sense danger and maintains a telepathic radar even while it's sleeping. What amazing abilities. Why don't you keep researching? As a token of my thanks, I'll give you one of those rocket radars I've developed. While it won't give you Abra's ability to sense danger while sleeping, it will help you track down any trouble the Team Go Rocket leaders are stirring up. So I actually haven't even finished my research for Team Rocket Go. So now that we have a rocket radar, that'll definitely be one of my upcoming videos. But here we have to make 3 great curveball throws, evolve 1 Kadabra, and transfer 10 Pokemon. So before we catch these Abra, I'll see if the stop's available. We'll get some great throws with the Abra, see if we could get another shiny on this video. So that's one great curveball throw. We just need 2 more. It'll be easy to transfer out 10 Pokemon. We'll just keep these even if they're bad IVs to use as transfer bait. Wait for him to get back to the middle, and there we go. Second great curveball throw. We just need 1 more. Abra's caught, and then I forget what the IV of this one was. I don't think it was any good. Right, so we have 2 we could go ahead and transfer on out. We'll get this Abra that the incense got us here. And it looks like we won't get another shiny on this video, but we will be doing another video on Abra Community Day. Hopefully we could also get a legendary raid in on there as well. And then, so we have 2 different videos for the Community Day. Not a good IV either. So we have our 3 great curveball throws. Still can't get that stop. And then we're going to go ahead and transfer over 10 Pokemon. So we'll do these 3 that we just caught. There we go, we have 10 Pokemon we'll be transferring on out. And that gets us our transfer 10 Pokemon. And then if you look here, it shows that the last one we have to do is evolve 1 Kadabra for... Oh, we only made 2 great curveball throws. I thought we made 3. It's a good thing we checked that. So we'll go ahead and we have 1 more chance at a shiny. And it's a regular. Actually, if this one doesn't pop out, we'll have another chance because that wasn't a great curveball throw either. And it does stay, so we'll have 1 more chance here. And this one is not a shiny either. But it's okay, we'll have another chance. I should wait until the ring gets a little bit bigger instead of just throwing it, because I was doing really good with getting a lot of the greats before. Just now's where it's a little bit difficult. So we were at 800 candy. Still no shiny Abra, so we're at 1. I'm going to wait till it gets back to the center. Missed it there. Terrible throw. That's only a nice. So since this one has a green... Oh, it did pop out. And there we go. It didn't run. There we go. We got the great. So that's 3 great curveball throws. And then that Abra that we got through the research before is the one that we're going to go ahead and evolve over to Alakazam. We got it over to Kadabra to get to step 3. And now we're going to go ahead and... let me IV check that one first. Right, so that Abra that we caught before, I believe it's this one. Let's double check the IVs. Nope, it wasn't that one. It wasn't this one. Here we go, is this one. So we'll evolve this one over to Alakazam to finish research step 3 of 4. And then this one is about a 91% IV. Now it says, do you want to evolve Kadabra? Kadabra received through trades don't require any candy to evolve. Would you like to evolve Kadabra using candies anyways? So since this one has a good IV, it wouldn't make sense to trade it, so I am going to go ahead and evolve this one. There we go, Alakazam. So that'll finish up research step number 3. And it has counter and focus blast, so a fighting moveset, so I'll keep it there since I wanted the fighting moveset, so I have at least 1 community day one. The goal would be to get 1 more. 1 more good IV with the community day moveset. So we're going to go ahead and claim our 20 Abra candies, our 5 golden raspberries, and our 1500 XP. Now that we've obtained those, we could go ahead and get 2,000 more Stardust, 1 Incense, and 1 Team Rocket Go Grunt Radar. So we'll claim our rewards. Thank you again, Maddie Mish, for all your help today. It was incredible researching Abra with you. We learned so much about this Psychic-type Pokemon. Rumor has it that some lucky trainers even encountered Shiny Abra in the wild. So far I was one of them. I got 1 so far, still on the hunt for 2 more. Pokemon are truly amazing creatures. There's always something to discover. Until next time, Maddie Mish. So, investigating illusions, step 404, we'll get 5,000 Stardust. We'll get 1,500 XP, and then we'll get 5 silver pineapple berries. I wonder if Professor Willow's favorite are the silver ones or just the regular ones. And then we're going to go ahead and claim 2,000 Stardust, 3 rare candies, and then a Pokemon will appear. So let's see what appeared. We'll start the encounter. Nice, and an Alakazam. 1281 CP. We'll go ahead and use a pineapple berry on this guy. You know what, now that we have 73 silver pineapples, let's go ahead and use one of those on him. Thought I was going to get the excellent there for a minute. Nice, and we get it with the silver pineapple berry. First time I ever used a silver pineapple berry, by the way. That gets us 20 more Abra candy and 1,500 Stardust. Not the best, it doesn't have 15 attack, but if you look there, it does actually have the Community Day moveset. So we'll go ahead and keep this guy. We do not want to power him up though, so we'll go ahead and star him. And that'll do it for today's video. I'd like to thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the Abra research. That's not the only video we're gonna do for Community Day. We're gonna go out and try to get those 2 other shinies, as well as to see if we could get 1 legendary raid in. I want you guys to leave in the comments what you guys thought of the research for Community Day. I actually liked it. It's something that was short, relatively inexpensive. It was 99 cents. I know that there are some young people out there that are still going to school and don't have the ability to pay. So that's the kind of thing that gets bummed out about it. You should be able to use Pokecoins from leaving Pokemon in gyms to get it. But I liked the story. I liked completing it. It was a lot of fun. So I hope they do something like that for future Community Day events. So remember to like and subscribe. Drop a comment below of what you thought of the Abra Community Day, what you thought of the Abra research. Let me know if you did the research as well, and then if you drop your trainer code down there, I am going to be accepting friend requests from some of the first subscribers to my channel. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.